It is a super, super Saturday. Absolutely, it is, as my great auntie would say. God rest her soul, Aunt Jeanette. All right. It is a super Saturday. Absolutely, it is. It is April 26th, 2025. This is your weekly trade watch list in full effect. We're going to be going over some stuff that for beginner, intermediate, or advanced traders. The thing about it is, I do run a community. I run a community that's for free for people, individuals of any level or skill set of trading. I help educate and train, be able to for you to become your own signal, for you to become your own product and your own signal. I don't need your money. I don't. I can make money, and I make money through trading and my other sources of income. So, completely 100% free. Um, just want to continue to impact this world and be a positive input and light into this world some type of positive way. So that's what I want to do. All right. And all right. So mainly two pairs I focus on are Bitcoin and gold, and I always had a split screen on Trading View. All right. So what we're gonna do is do a top-down analysis. We'll do a top-down analysis on Bitcoin first, and then gold. All right. So let's go ahead and dive into the stream. All right. So we're gonna make Bitcoin on this side. Turn this into Bitcoin. All right, boom. Here we go. Let's see what's up. See what we have. Since Bitcoin continues to print candles all day long, regardless of there's a holiday or not, Bitcoin prints candles all day long. All right. So okay, what I can see on Bitcoin, price created a distribution, redistribution came and tapped into some type of demand zone on a lower time frame, and then accumulated, reaccumulated, and took up here, broke this old high, created a new one. Here are the bears coming into the market. Yeah, the bears coming into the market. And now what I anticipate this to be is because we do have trend line liquidity sitting right here. We have a 15-minute imbalance right here, engulfing candlestick. This could be a possible demand zone area interest that the buyers may want to join in the market at. So you have to take that into consideration. There are 4 points of interest. There are 4 points of interest, which means areas where the buyers or sellers can come into the market at. All right. 4 points of interest. But the thing about it is this: the bears or the buyers can come in at three different ways. They have 3 different opportunities. Let me say that. They have the bears or the bulls have 3 different opportunities to be able to come into the market all the time. They have 3 different opportunities. But this is a 15-minute demand zone. So I got to mark it out like so. All right. So Bitcoin, this could have simply be the mitigation of this 1 hour engulfing candlestick. This could simply been the low to have gone back up and see if that low was going to take out this external structure high, but it did not. And it seems like the bears have prevailed, but they haven't broken this low right here to show that they have prevailed. So what you could simply do is this. Well, the fact is that the market did do what? It violated this high, led to this low. Okay. And so it violated a what? This POI right here. There's an area of interest where the buyers could have came into the market, but it simply did what? The wick down below this, so it simply violated it. So what you can do is this. Hey, I have I have this high, and the market in green sits on my 1 hour time frame, and then the market has made this low. Now, somewhere between this high and this low, the bulls can take over. Okay. But the bears have an opportunity right here to prevent it from happening because this is called a order block. This is an unmitigated supply zone. All right. You can simply see how once the bears came through, they put the bulls pushed up here, the bears pushed it back down and closed right here, right? This is unmitigated. You can clearly see that this wick right here has not been touched, right? So that makes it an imbalance in the market. That's where price is inefficient. Price is like a connected chain, a chain link. Okay, price. Excuse me. Price is like a connected chain link. You can't lock a gate with a chain cut in half. It'll defeat the purpose of locking the gate. Okay, it'll defeat the purpose of locking the chain on the gate because it can still do what? Pull off the gate, right? So this is an unmitigated supply zone, which the market can come back. It can accumulate, reaccumulate, come back to this level, and create a what? A distribution on a smaller time frame. All right, that can 100% possibly happen. Let's see. You go to the M15. M15 showing the same thing. What? Engulfing candlestick, right? So this engulfing candlestick is representing a distribution. Okay, so on the lower time frame, I can see that this is a distribution, which is simply a bearish divergence and a change of character. Okay, so if we were to go to a lower time frame, I'll be able to show you. Right, we're live on YouTube. The link is on my wall, on my Facebook wall. So here's the deal: price simply diverged right here, and then decided to change character. Look at it. So this from here to here, right? Slanting upward. Look what happened on RSI. Slanting lower, which makes this what? This area right here a change of character. Makes sense. All right. Makes sense. So here's the deal. There's a change of character. So price did not immediately come back to the supply zone to cause a change of character, created a redistribution, right? And so now you're looking for what? Possibly your accumulation to do what? Push the market back up to the upside and probably mitigate this supply zone. M5, M15, H1. You know what I'm saying? So the zone can be as big as you want to, but then what you want to do is simply refine and find smaller unmitigated supply zones within that big one. So you see how you got an H1 engulfing candlestick, right? Now I can zone out this from the wick of this bearish candlestick to the low of this bullish candlestick, and this will be a whole entire zone from like here to here. I can do that, right? But I don't want my stop loss way up here. So what I'll do is, hey, simply put a horizontal ray right here, put an alert. Hey, Bitcoin has smacked your supply zone. Okay, cool, bet. Let me sit here and wait patiently for confirmations. Let me wait for some type of bearish divergence, also known as a distribution, price diverging and changing character to show me evidence that, hey, the sellers want to show up and become present from this particular area. All right. So let's see, because we may be able to get a buy entry to buy it back inside, right? Because here's the deal. You got the market doing what? Accumulating, reaccumulating, back in the supply zone, right? This supply zone has not done its job as far as doing what? Following through, breaking this low and creating a new low. So you had a distribution, redistribution. Buyers did what? Stopped it and respected the demand zone, right? So now you have the market doing what? Accumulating, reaccumulating. Sellers stopped what? This old high from being broken, came back and created a what? Distribution, redistribution, and has done what? Has simply taken out this low. Okay. So now what I want to do is go to the M1 time frame to see if there may have been some type of liquidity or things like that. And then yeah, I can see this going bullish. See, if had I been watching this, this is a low, this is a high. This high did not do what? Break this low and create a new low. It respected it. The bulls respected this demand zone and went up and broke this structure internally and went bullish. So I would have simply bought as soon as it broke that high and bought it, and I will be looking to reach up here to a supply zone. So I'm not going to chase it, because like I said, I got strict criteria, entry criteria. So the person that's on Facebook, if you're more than welcome to hop on YouTube with me, you want to ask questions about trading, doesn't matter, beginner, intermediate, advanced, don't know what you're talking about, don't know what the hell you're talking about, cool, come over and holler at me on YouTube. All right. So you can see the screen and what I'm talking about. So what I see right here is that, okay, remember, this is the 1 hour low, right? So now internally, you're going to have smaller breaker structures, right? You're going to have internal breaker structures. So right here, you see how the market did what? Okay, that's a low. This is a high. This is where the market started retracing. I'm going to make this yellow since we're on a 1 minute time frame. And bam, the market did what? Came back, created a distribution, redistribution, respected this low. Okay, and then what? Accumulated, reaccumulated. It broke this high right here. This is a breaker structure. Okay, so now here's the deal. The market creates a reaccumulation right here, right? Protruding, bullish, engulfing candlestick. This is an area of interest where the buyers can simply come into the market, okay, because it's a reaccumulation. So you see, that's why if you draw the zone across here, you see how the buyers were respected and it pushed up here, and this just decided to do what? For the sellers to take over. Okay, the market is absolutely 100% readable. You just got to understand what you're reading. Okay, so you had this low, break a structure, create this high, came back and tapped this low, broke this structure, created this high. This high created a distribution, redistribution that did what? Broke this low. So this ended up being a what? A smart money trap. Smart money traps, and then bam, got liquidated. Ended up being a smart money trap, and then what? Got liquidated, came back and did what? Respected this point of interest, this reaccumulation point of interest, and then went up, but it did not do what? This low did not lead to a break of this high and create a new one, right? So you knew a distribution was coming in because why? You have this reaccumulation already printed. Okay, reaccumulation already printed. So at some point in time, a distribution is going to come into the market. And so this is what it was. This right here, 1 minute structure, old high broken, new high form, which means, hey, buy side liquidity taken, and then bam, came down, took this liquidity, rallied up. It did not follow through. So this ended up not being an inducement. An inducement is this. An inducement is when price takes liquidity, right? I look at it like basketball. This is somebody that's at the free throw line. When they take the liquidity, they're bending their knees. And then if it was able to follow through and break above this high, if this low right here was able to follow through and break above this high, like this, that's the person shooting the free throw. So right now, boom, the take of liquidity, the liquidity sweep is the person bending their knees. The follow through is them shooting to the other side. I'm bending my knees down to one side, and then I'm shooting across to the other side. Had this broke above it, this would have been an inducement. That would have simply been an inducement. Okay. But it's not an inducement because it didn't do that. So, okay, now this is what we look at. Market created what? Distribution, redistribution, came back in and did what? This is now a break of structure, and it came back in and did what? Respected this what? Low right here, right? But see, here's the deal. You see how it's not actually mitigated, which means what? It ended up being liquidity. It ended up being liquidity. So right here, the market went back bullish, right? It induced people to do what? Buy early and buy too soon. So boom, here's the buyers, accumulation, reaccumulation, boom. The market does not break this high, right? Respects this supply zone. Okay. Here come the sellers. Retracement into this imbalance. Boom, sold again. Distribution, redistribution. Came down, take out this low. Hey, buy side, sell side liquidity is taken, and hey, let's get our confirmation buy for the bulls internally. So now we have what? A low, high, higher low, demands unrespected. The market breaks structure internally, creates a higher high. Now you can see this accumulation, reaccumulation coming through here that now needs to do what? Print a distribution. So now here's the deal. Here's the invalidation for the sell. Here's the invalidation for the sell. Okay. The invalidation for the sell is the fact that when this thing diverges and changes character, and the market goes to touch a demand zone before retracing to touch the supply zone, that's an invalidation for the sell. That means it no longer was wanting to sell if the market decided to diverge, change character, and immediately go to a demand zone before it touches a supply zone. Right. So now my mindset is this. Okay, this thing diverged and changed character. Okay, I need to see a redistribution and push down a little bit more. Okay. And then you can get in for confirmation based buys. You can get in confirmation based buys right now because you don't have a redistribution printed. You got to understand the market prints in market price cycles in order, and it doesn't skip the cycle. So to be honest with you, these are the bulls taking over to me. I'm pretty sure from here to here to here on a 1 minute time frame, this is probably a divergence. Price landing lower like this, and it's possibly slanting upward on the RSI. Didn't I tell you? When you have the eyes of a trader, you have the eyes of a trader. Bam. So now I'm looking at this being the what? This is the change of character area. So I'm looking at this possibly wanting to be an accumulation because why? I have my divergence. I have my change of character right here. And the market did what? After the change of character, what did the market do? The market decided not to come back to the supply zone that caused a change of character, create a redistribution, and keep going. Right? So now I'm interested in what? Oh, my mindset is programmed towards a buy because I know the next market price cycle in order. I have my distribution. I have my redistribution. Now I need my accumulation, right? Market has not changed character yet, but we can still get confirmation based buys. We have already a bullish internal structure that was broken. And the fact is that this thing diverged and changed character and went back to a demand zone before touching a supply zone first. That caused for the invalidation of the sale. So this thing should go bullish now. That's what people must have invalidations. This just came down to mitigate this reaccumulation to possibly push bullish and break above here. I'm not going to chase it, but I'm just explaining to you this is everything that's going on. And when you understand this stuff, you'll be able to build more discipline. You'll be able to use elite proper risk management. You're not going to be so antsy and trigger happy about missing out on trades. Then you'll be able to have develop better proper trade management. All right. You'll be able to develop better proper trade management. Okay. So my thing is that this market goes bullish off of this. All right. And shoot up. And this would be my take profit one, this redistribution area, because I have to respect each area that the sellers are able to come into the market. So if I was able to buy, my TP would be what? Right here. TP1 would be simply right here. See that engulfing candlestick on the M5. All right. I just marked it on the M1. But this would be my TP1. Okay. TP2 would then be the next area where sellers are able to come in at, which is what? This distribution supply zone. Okay. That would be my TP2. And then TP3 is what? Hey, let's go up and break the external structure and create a new high. That would be I can't make the assumption. See, my overall TP will be above this high. Okay, stop loss will be below this low. My overall TP would be above this high because that would be my last TP of me wanting to get out the market. But I'm gonna have take partials in place to be able to pay myself from the trade. So this redistribution right here would be TP1. If this wants to go bullish, I have bullish confirmation. 2 would be what? The supply zone, distribution supply zone. 3, okay, market breaks the old high, breaks the external structure, creates a new one. Bam, now we got a big win. That's how I trade. That's how I manage my trade all the time. Every single time. That's how I manage my trade. Oh, excuse me. See if any other POIs that come down to. This thing may push down and create a divergence on the M5. So now that I'm looking at it, I'm thinking it may take out this low and create a new low. Now that I'm looking at it. We'll see. I'm not taking a trade, but I call it taking mental trades. We're seeing what the market has done and what it's doing. Look at that. Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you it was going to go bullish? It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. I mean, I told you. When you're able to read the market, you're able to read the market. That's just mainly it. I'm not being cocky. I'm just saying I know I can help people understand, read the market as long as they participate in their own rescue. Like the evidence is here. All of the evidence is here saying that this is going to go bullish. Let's see what's up. Now here's the deal. This is what the invalidation is. This red candle simply swallows up, or the bears come in and take out that candlestick, then this is going to be what? Liquidity. It's going to end up being liquidity if that's the case. My people on Facebook, I'm live on YouTube. Oh, excuse me. Now, let's see about gold. Let's look at gold. All-time high. All of that. Let me see what's up. All right. Okay. So we have an engulfing candlestick imbalance right here. Possible area where the sellers can come into the market. Let's see what's up. Why they gap like that? Oh, we're gonna have to work with it. So you're bullish on the M5 because the market created this low, created this high, came to the demand zone, created this high or low, went bullish, broke structure, created this high. Created this low, led to this high, that being a divergence and change of character, start going down, respect to this demand zone, create a low, and it's a break of structure. Now the market created a high. So you got to wait for the next bearish divergence and change of character. Oh, excuse me. Wait for the next bearish divergence and change of character. All right. Because this would be like this. Let me show you. Low. High. Higher low. Higher high. Higher low. All right. So you got to wait for the next bearish divergence. Surgence. Let's see. Yeah, that's mainly it on gold. Let's see what's up. Let me see. I don't think there's mitigated. Okay. You just had to see what gold does when the market comes back on for gold. 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. All right. That's simply as all for gold and Bitcoin. I appreciate each and every one of you for taking time out of your busy schedule to listen to what I have to say. It is always greatly appreciated, and I will never ever take it for granted. Have a safe, blessed, productive rest of your super Saturday. Know that I love you. And as I always like to say, oh, this is a dope buy entry. Distribution, redistribution, retracement. Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna let it happen, but like I said, my thing would be buy. My thing would be bullish. Is going for buys. That would be my thing. But as like I said, as I was concluding, appreciate each and every one of you for taking time out of your busy schedule. This is what I have to say. It is always greatly appreciated. I never ever take it for granted. Have a safe, blessed, productive rest of your super Super Saturday. Know that I love you. And as I always like to say, God created us on purpose to fulfill a purpose. So what purpose are you willing to fulfill? And always remember, don't be one of many. Be the one. Take care. And I'll see you all on the next session. I'm about to post my weekly schedule. And yeah, I'll see. The next session will be 4:30 a.m. Central Standard Time, 5:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 2:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on Monday morning. As always, may God bless. Take care.